Hello everyone, my name is PolishLynx and this is the continuation of Sunrise, a visual novel by Sun Labyrinth. I think I remember that correctly. So far, well, nothing really happened. However, we have a conversation with the guy I don't like already. I don't know. He has that face that you don't like, right? And you want to actually punch. Let's continue. For crying out loud, don't make me. For something so little, it's in the past and this is the present. I'm thinking about our future. Oh, so now I figured into calculations, huh? Did my father promise you some hidden wealth for all this lip service? Or are you really this afraid of your little brother? You are trying to test my patience, darling, and I've never been a patient sort of man. Then why don't you go harass some other woman and leave me be then? You're special, that's why. I need you in my life and I've come to ask for forgiveness. Beg for it then? In your dreams, but I come offering more than my word and good name. I even brought you a gift. He lets go of my arms, and I have a feeling that I've got the start of a bruise. I glare before turning to see what he's indicating so gleefully. Resting on the tiny end table is beautiful velvet cape of a rich purple hue. Spirits are you, my dear? Don't fret, I've always wanted the best for you. You should learn to take care of yourself, Sofia. And not to stick your nose in places where you shouldn't. Humble makes no attempt to cover up the truth behind his words and actions. My lip quivers and I must tighten my fists to hide their shaking. It's lovely, and I get your message loud and clear. If you won't leave, then I think it's high time I leave you. Good day, Abel. Dun, 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 dun. Heart sink as swiftly as my stiff body will allow. I quickly pull away and turn to leave. When suddenly everything goes black before me. Where do you think you're going, darling? It's time to play together like the old times. This time, however, I'll be the one chasing you. What did you just do? You'll find out very soon. Wave after wave of dizziness seizes me. I try to run, but instead I fall forward, my hands and knees. Is this my illness returning, or something Abel has done? Gripping my head, I beg him to stop whatever he's just done to me. I forget myself, falling back on our childhood names. Abel, it's so baby, please. Eh? Don't call me that name, you have no right. Now come here. What just happened? And here, I thought you were smart, darling. I can almost hear the smear in his words through the darkness. To think to actually fall for my brother. It makes me sick. Did you really think I'd allow you to live happily ever after? Hey, Abel? What? Already losing the ability to speak, huh? This curse is more effective than I thought. Funny seeing it from the other side this time. This time? You see, Sophie, I need you to lie low for a while. Preferably 6 feet underground, but that'd get too messy. Can't have any outside authorities here to mess up my plan. If you're really only gone for a few days, everyone will think you went back home just as intended. I make sure to send a letter to your father's way, so he'll know you decided to stay. Now it's all be over soon, and when you come back to your senses, I will have been crowned king. Don't be afraid, it could be much worse, and I've endured it before. So can you, Sophie, because you're strong. See how well I think of you. I've been extending to you the honor of watching me usher in a new order for this kingdom. My skin feels like it's on fire, and can feel it sloughing off like layers of cheese. My heartbeat rises, my breathing slows, and my whole being aches to my very core. click this. Next. This hex will make sure you don't get in the way during the coronation ceremony. A brother favored by the people married to a woman from a noble house with the backing to make him king. That will complicate matters. Stop struggling, Sophie. You won't be able to break the curse that way. Good night, sweetheart. Overwhelmed. Alright, I have to respond to that. I drift for a long time in the darkness. Where am I? What is this place? A dream? A nightmare? It must be a dream. In dreams I always have this sense of certainty, and I feel this absurd certainty that I am covered in feathers. What if Abel did something to me and it's not a normal dreamfall? What if I can never escape this endless darkness? I feel a chill, reminding me of that presence in the hall. A high feminine voice comes to me carried as if one of an elusive word. How you've charmed them, my dear. Dream clenches in my stomach. Your Majesty, Now, Sofia, you should know better than to speak out of turn. I feel her brush against me in a shiver of silk. Who's that ugly The former queen was in her early 50s when she died. She looks exactly as I remember her, so she's ugly. Seeing her is like being 12 again. I can almost feel my cheeks burn from her unspoken disapproval. It won't be long before she speaks it. And I still have this nagging dream sensation. I feel an inane sense of embarrassment for appearing before Her Majesty covered in feathers. But if she notices, she doesn't say anything. I had more faith in you than this. I thought you would fix things between them. And what have you done? Made things worse, she doesn't say. I wait for it. Then wonder why am I waiting like an obedient child? No, I know why. Hard-learned habit. I wet my lips to speak. I never asked. You forget yourself, Sofia. Just as you have forgotten what is most important. Do not contradict me again. As I was saying, you have forgotten what is the most important. Do you know what that is? The stability and prosperity of the kingdom. And you could no more surely have jeopardized everything than if you had murdered the king yourself. I confess I did not expect such selfishness from you. Abel is so alone, his support fragile at best. I can feel his fear. Come on, he's a piece of crap, not fear. And Shy denies me even so long after I'm gone. His denial is so strong that I cannot see him through the veil except in fragments. It doesn't occur to me that I might be as dead as Callista until now. How else would I be interacting with her ghost? Did Abel murder me? No, dear, you are still alive. You are ensorcelled. Abel broke you briefly from the world with his enchantment, where he worked his hex. The vials are thin as paper. What did Abel do to me? I'm about to ask when she goes on. Sofia, Sofia, Sofia. What have you done? How is it my fault? Her temper snaps like a wimp. Once more, you dare. Yeah, she dares because you are a piece of crap and you are talking nonsense. I can feel her anger like a gust of wind in this dream world. It batters at my spirit and I struggle to fight it off. No, how is it my fault? Ebel's sick. He's ensorcelled me, as you put it. All because he thinks what? That Shy plans to topple him with my help? That couldn't be further from the truth. Shy doesn't want the throne. They just work together. How can they do that when you prize them apart, my dear? Is she right? Was it really my selfishness? No, I couldn't have stayed with Abel. She's made me doubt myself. Even if I did make things worse, Abel's instability is not my responsibility. I can't take the blame. I might have a responsibility to my country, but I also have a responsibility to myself, and Abel wasn't good for me. Is something rattling about in that pretty little head of yours, dear? Yet my boss always thought you were so clever. Perhaps you are too clever. I ignore the jibe. Her infamous temper flashes up behind her eyes, and I cannot help but think how Abel shares that temper. Am I stuck here? No, you are merely asleep, and not for long. That explains the dream feelings. You will have a chance to make things right, Sofia. I'm not familiar with Abel's magic. It feels strange and inaccessible, but I have some sort of my own, and although I think my sons are probably better off without you. How dare you! Things have gone too far now. I see blood on every path before them, so I will help you break a curse if you can help my sons. Yeah. How about killing them? Fate has given me a poor tool in you, but never let it be said that I do not make do. After all, I once found you worthy to grace my household. Surely you can do one small thing. Kiki rasped. Do not reveal who you really are to anyone. Of course, Abel will know, but others? This is the condition on which I can help you break your curse. That's all? What do you mean? They already know who I... You old hag. She dissolves into the mist. Wait, your majesty, you old hag! I don't know how... The darkness swallows me whole. Act 2 begins now. I am walking by a gentle rocking in a blinding light. It feels like noon. I don't tolerate strong noon light very well, not since I got sick. Why am I out in the open? Huh? I snap awake at first. I'm relieved to find that it all seems to have been a terrible nightmare. I'm still too wary and archery, but otherwise not that. I try to stand, but realize that I'm trapped by the bars of cage. Above me, I see Shy's face, but he looks a million miles away. Shy, help me! I wave at him, but feathers obscure my vision. The part about the feathers wasn't a dream. So, as I was saying, I'm giving her to you. She likes to chatter even if she appears afraid, and she's very bright. It's pretty noisy, and besides, where would I put it? I don't have any room for a bird table. You tell me, Shy. You tell him, Shy. He looks so handsome when he stands out for himself, yeah. I try to work my mouth into a smile, but my mouth feels stiff. A break? A beak? I start to realize just how much trouble I'm actually in. You can keep her here. What's one more piece of junk compared to the rest? Why you never... Then Abel eyes me in that awfully warm way that makes me tingly all over. I look quickly to Shy, who appears confused. How strange. How so? I never pegged you as the type to be some sort of animal whisperer. Why are you so concerned about where she hangs up? Simply, she's very precious to me, and I want to keep a close eye on her. It's just difficult for me to keep her in my presence at the moment. He dries off and reaches through the bars to stroke the feathers on my head, leaving me feeling flustered at his touch. Well, I still can't keep her. I have no room. Look, it's not my fault. Most of the stuff is there is junk. You can find some place if you clear some out of it out. It's not junk, this stuff is all a part of my collection. Abel grimaces as the thought of Shy's room. Sure it is. If you're just going to insult me, you best move along. Look, I'm not trying to offend you, it's just that I found this poor little creature near my window. She can fly well, but her wings seem okay. Is that so? Do you think she won't make it if you let her go? Shy's voice wavers and I sigh. Abel knows how fond he is of animals, especially ones that have been hurt. If Abel keeps pressing him, sooner than later, Shy will break. Of course, she's so small and precious. She'll get eaten alive out there for sure. Won't you take care of her? Just for a bit? That's true. We are preparing for her coronation. I guess I can take care of her for a little bit. Perfect! Consider her a present on account of the occasion and take care of her. Say, that pendant she has on looks awfully familiar. Ah, that old thing. A traveling merchant gave it to me a while back. I thought it would look good on her. After all, a royal bird has to look distinguished. A little preening here and there and she'll look just like a little lady. He chuckles deeply, amused by the joke that goes over Shy's head. But it kind of looks like Sofia's. That's right, Shy, it's me! I'm Sofia! She's a loud one, isn't she? For an all in the morning time. Athena is used to being kept in cage. Athena? Is that her name? Oh, so I thought you said she was sick. She doesn't look sick to me. Yeah, also I said she couldn't fly well. I never said she was sick. He glares down at me as I hit up against the gate. Didn't Her Majesty say something about not revealing my identity? But I can't just stay here and be treated like some kind of pet. Come on, that won't help. I think that won't help. Calm down. I keep calm for both our sakes. Callista's warning and Abel's threat of violence hang heavily in the air. Oh look, I think she likes me. She stopped all that squawking. Yeah, she's very intelligent. Well, I'll be taking my leave. Catch you later. Till then. He was sweet today, so strange. Must be something in there. I guess just you and me, huh? Athena. I don't particularly like that name. Shifting my cage slightly so he has a better grip, Shy mutters something about my being light as a feather and laughs to himself. Ah well, let's get you settled in. And we'll settle you in the next episode. Hope you enjoyed that one and let's see in the next one what the game will bring. Bye.